The Alabai, the ancient guardian of Central Asia. Introduction to a legendary breed. If you've ever wondered about one of the world's most formidable and ancient dog breeds, let me introduce you to the Alabai, also known as the Central Asian Shepherd Dog. This magnificent breed represents thousands of years of selective breeding by nomadic peoples of Central Asia, creating a dog that stands as a monument to strength, loyalty, and unwavering protection. With origins stretching back over 5,000 years, the Alabai is far more than just a pet. It's a living piece of history and a testament to human-animal partnership across some of the world's harshest terrains. The Alabai's story begins in the vast expanses between the Ural Mountains, the Caspian Sea, Asia Minor, and the northwest frontier of China. In these unforgiving landscapes, where temperatures plunge below freezing and predators roam freely, the nomadic herders of Turkmenistan, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, and Afghanistan needed more than just a companion. They needed a guardian capable of standing against wolves, bears, and other massive predators. Over millennia, through careful selection and breeding, they developed the Alabai, a breed that would become inseparable from the cultural identity of Central Asian nations. In fact, Turkmenistan considers the Alabai such a symbol of national pride that in 2020, the country unveiled a monumental gold statue of the breed in its capital, Ashgabat. A brief history, from ancient steppes to modern times. The history of the Alabai is deeply intertwined with the history of Central Asia itself. These dogs weren't created in kennels or breeding programs. They evolved naturally among the nomadic populations that depended on them for survival. The breed has genetic similarities to other ancient livestock guardian dogs from the region, including the Georgian Shepherd, Nagazi, and the Kangal dog, suggesting a shared ancestry and a common purpose across different cultures facing similar environmental challenges. During the Soviet era, Russian military officials recognized the exceptional qualities of the Alabai and began importing the finest representatives to Russia. The Soviet government was particularly interested in breeding working dogs for the Red Army and for guard duty purposes. This period saw significant development of the breed's working capabilities, though it also led to some crossbreeding that unfortunately diluted the purebred population in many areas. However, dedicated herders and breed enthusiasts in the remote regions of Central Asia continue to maintain purebred bloodlines, preserving the authentic characteristics that made the Alabai such an effective working dog. The Alabai remained relatively unknown to Western audiences until the collapse of the Soviet Union in the early 1990s. In 1990, the State Agro-Industrial Committee of Turkmenistan formally approved the first official standard for the Turkmen Wolfhound, as the Alabai is sometimes called. The breed made its way to the United States following the opening of borders and diplomatic relations with Central Asian nations. The American Kennel Club officially recognized the Central Asian Shepherd in 1996, though the breed remains quite rare in the United States today, primarily seen on ranches, large farms, and among breeders who are passionate about livestock guardian dogs. Physical appearance, built for power and purpose. When you first encounter an Alabai, the immediate impression is one of raw, overwhelming power. These are among the largest dog breeds in the world, with males typically standing 24 to 32 inches tall at the shoulder and weighing anywhere from 90 to a remarkable 170 pounds. Some exceptional individuals can exceed these measurements, particularly those bred from working lines in Central Asia. The female Alabais are somewhat smaller, but still impressive, maintaining the same muscular build and imposing presence. What makes the Alabai's appearance particularly striking is the incredible diversity within the breed itself. You'll find variations in size, color, head types, and coat lengths, reflecting the breed's origins among different nomadic groups across vast geographical regions. The most common colors include white, black, brown, fawn, and brindle patterns, though virtually any solid color or combination is possible. This diversity is actually a sign of genetic health and adaptability. The breed wasn't standardized into narrow physical parameters, but rather developed to function effectively in real-world conditions. The Alabai possesses uniquely adapted physical features that reveal its evolutionary heritage. Their joints are exceptionally flexible, allowing them to move with surprising agility despite their massive size. They have false ribs, which contribute to their extraordinary flexibility and ability to contort themselves while herding or protecting livestock. The breed's neck is particularly striking, thick, powerful, and adorned with a massive dewlap, loose skin, that provides protection against wolf bites and other threats. Their head is broad and substantial. Their eyes are expressive and intelligent, reflecting thousands of years of selective breeding for independent decision-making and situational awareness. The Alabai's coat is dense and double-layered, which serves multiple purposes. This protective fur provides insulation against the extreme cold of Central Asian winters and natural armor against predator attacks. The coat helps them withstand extreme temperatures, making them adaptable to both harsh winters and hot summers. Many Alabais shed significantly, especially during seasonal changes, so anyone considering this breed should be prepared for substantial grooming requirements. Temperament and behavior. The guardian's mind. Understanding the Alabai's temperament requires understanding the specific role they were bred to perform. These dogs were not designed to be obedient household pets responding instantly to their owner's every command. Instead, they were bred for thousands of years to make independent decisions, to think critically about threats, and to take action when necessary to protect their charges. This selective breeding for independence and decision-making has created a dog breed that is extraordinarily intelligent, but sometimes seems stubborn to modern pet owners, accustomed to more compliant breeds like Labrador Retrievers or German Shepherds. The Alabai is a quiet breed by nature, which surprises many people who expect a large guard dog to bark constantly. In their native lands, constant barking would be exhausting and pointless. The dog's presence and reputation are often enough to deter threats. These dogs will definitely alert their owners when strangers approach, but they're not excessive barkers. Their confidence is so profound that they don't feel the need to announce themselves constantly. The Alabai is extraordinarily loyal to their family members. These dogs form deep, lasting bonds with those they recognize as part of their group. They are generally gentle and patient with children in their family, though early socialization is crucial. Their protective instincts extend naturally to the younger members of the household, and many Alabais seem to understand that children require protection and care. However, this same protective instinct means they must be socialized properly with strangers from puppyhood to prevent them from becoming overly suspicious or aggressive toward guests and new acquaintances. One of the most important characteristics to understand about the Alabai is their natural wariness of strangers. This isn't a quirk or a behavioral problem. It's a fundamental trait bred into the breed over thousands of years. A livestock guardian dog that greeted every stranger with joy would be useless at its job. The Alabai will observe unfamiliar people carefully, maintaining distance until their family indicates that the stranger is acceptable. This reserved attitude toward outsiders makes them exceptional guard dogs, but requires owners who understand and respect this inherent trait, rather than trying to force the dog to be a social butterfly. Training an Alabai is not for first-time dog owners or for people looking for an easy-to-manage pet. These dogs are highly intelligent, capable of learning complex commands and tasks, but their intelligence doesn't automatically translate into unquestioning obedience. The Alabai needs to understand the purpose behind commands. They need to comprehend the why, not just the what. An Alabai that doesn't understand why it should obey might simply ignore the command, not out of spite, but because they've concluded that their independent assessment of the situation is more accurate than their owner's direction. Positive reinforcement training is essential. These dogs respond well to rewards, whether that's food, attention, or the opportunity to perform their natural guarding behaviors. Harsh training methods or physical punishment are not only cruel, but also counterproductive. They'll damage the bond between dog and owner without actually ensuring compliance. The Alabai is sensitive to fairness. They respond best to owners who treat them with respect and consistency. Early socialization is absolutely critical for this breed. Exposing puppies to various people, animals, and environments during their formative months helps them develop appropriate responses to different situations. A well-socialized Alabai can distinguish between normal neighborhood activity and genuine threats. They learn which visitors are acceptable and which ones warrant extra caution. Without proper socialization, an Alabai's natural protective instincts can become excessive, leading to unnecessary aggression or anxiety around strangers. Basic obedience training should begin as early as possible, ideally when the puppy is just a few weeks old. Establishing clear boundaries and leadership helps manage the breed's natural dominance tendencies. However, it's important to note that Alabais don't typically try to dominate their owners. Instead, their dominance is directed toward other dogs and potential threats. They understand pack hierarchy and generally respect owners who establish themselves as confident, fair leaders. One of the remarkable aspects of the Alabai breed is their robust, hardy health. Unlike many modern dog breeds that suffer from numerous genetic problems due to limited breeding stock or poor breeding practices, the Alabai benefits from its long history of natural selection in harsh environments. Poorly built or genetically weak dogs simply didn't survive in Central Asia's climate and predator-filled landscape. This harsh natural selection created a breed with remarkable resilience. Alabais generally experience fewer genetic health issues than many other large dog breeds. This doesn't mean they're completely free from health problems, but they're significantly more robust than breeds like Great Danes or English Bulldogs. Their life expectancy is typically 12 to 15 years, which is quite good for a dog of their size. Giant breeds often live considerably shorter lives, so the Alabai's longevity is another testament to their genetic health. The primary health considerations for Alabai owners involve preventative care and breed-specific awareness. Hip dysplasia can occur in the breed, though it's less common than in some other large breeds. Regular exercise, appropriate nutrition, and maintaining healthy body weight are essential. The thick coat requires regular grooming to prevent matting and to monitor skin health underneath. These dogs are adaptable to various climates, from extreme cold to intense heat, but they do require access to fresh water and shelter appropriate to their environment. Living with an Alabai, is this breed right for you? The Alabai is absolutely an extraordinary dog breed, but it's important to be realistic about whether this breed fits your lifestyle and living situation. These dogs are not suitable for apartment living. They're not suitable for first-time dog owners who lack experience with large, independent working breeds. They're not suitable for people who expect instant obedience or who lack the patience for consistent training and socialization. However, for the right owner, the Alabai can be an absolutely magnificent companion. If you have a large property with secure fencing, if you're experienced with working dog breeds, if you understand and respect their independent nature, and if you're prepared to invest time in proper training and socialization, an Alabai can provide unmatched protection and loyalty. Farmers and ranchers with livestock have found Alabais to be invaluable guardian dogs, capable of protecting herds against wolves, bears, and other predators while bonding strongly with the animals in their care. Even without livestock, Alabais can thrive as property guardians and family dogs in rural and suburban settings where they have plenty of space to patrol and enough human contact to maintain their bonds with family members. The dog's moderate energy level means they don't require hours of intense exercise like a working border collie, but they do need regular activity and mental stimulation. Conclusion: a living legacy. The Alabai represents far more than just a large dog with impressive physical abilities. This breed is a living connection to thousands of years of human history, to the nomadic peoples of Central Asia, and to the fundamental partnership between humans and dogs. In an era when many dog breeds are becoming increasingly disconnected from their original purposes, the Alabai remains a working dog at heart, retaining the characteristics that made their ancestors invaluable in Central Asia's harsh landscape. For American audiences, the Alabai offers a glimpse into dog breeding unconstrained by modern show standards, into what happens when dogs are selected primarily for function rather than appearance. These are dogs bred to think, to act independently, and to accept responsibility for protecting those under their care. They demand respect, understanding, and commitment from their owners, but they repay that investment with unwavering loyalty and protection. Whether you're considering adding an Alabai to your family, or simply interested in learning about different dog breeds, understanding the Alabai provides insight into how environment, culture, and human needs shape the remarkable diversity of dogs in our world. The Alabai stands as proof that some of humanity's greatest partnerships with dogs were born not in comfortable homes, but in the harsh, unforgiving landscapes where survival itself was the ultimate test.